So the best selling current drugs, okay, are largely designed to address the human body's own failings. Okay, so what are human body's own failings? For example, high cholesterol level, cancer. These are examples of human body's own failings. These are not caused by germs. These diseases like heart attack, cancer, high cholesterol level, diabetes, these diseases are not caused by germs. These are caused by human body's own failings. Okay, so the best selling current drugs are largely designed to address the human body's own failings. Not these are not the best selling medicines are those which are curing the human body's own failings. Instead of curing the diseases caused by germs, they are curing the human body's own failings. This is what is the meaning. Okay. Cells of Lipitor and Nexium. Now what is Lipitor? Have a look. This is Lipitor's structure. No need to remember the structure, but I have told you the structure just for remembrance. This is the structure of Lipitor. Okay, and this is the structure of Nexium. This is the structure of Nexium, and this is the structure of Lipitor. And you can have a look. This is the structure of Glivec, Glivec or Glivec. Okay, Glivec or Glivec. This is the structure. Okay, so no need to remember these structures. Just told you for your information. So cells of Lipitor and Nexium. Okay, just shown to you over here. This is Lipitor and this is Nexium. So their sale both topped for $5 billion in 2009. Okay, so such a huge is the manufacturing scale and sales scale. Okay, so such a huge is the economy of these drugs. Okay, $5 billion was the total sale of these two drugs in the year 2009. In the year 2009, and these figures, okay, figures which serve to illustrate the financial scale of developing safe and effective new treatments. So the financial scale of and the profitability, the financial scale and the profitability of such medicines. Okay, profitability and the financial scale of such medicines, that is the medicine addressing the human body's own failings. So sales of such medicines are very huge and the profitability is also very huge. Okay, the financial scale of developing safe and effective new treatments, this is the financial scale, the figure which denotes the financial scale of developing safe and effective new treatments. Okay, Lipitor is one of the class of drugs known as statins. Now what are statins? Statins are the drugs which are used to prevent high cholesterol levels. Okay, what does it mean by statins? Statins are the drugs which are used to cure high cholesterol level in human body. Okay, so Lipitor is one of the class of drugs known as statins. So Lipitor belongs to the class of statins kind of drugs. Okay, and they are widely prescribed to control cholesterol level in older people. Okay, widely prescribed to control the cholesterol level in older people. And what are statins? The definition of statin itself says that they are the medicines used to control cholesterol level. Okay, that is the definition of the word statin. So widely prescribed to control cholesterol levels in older people. Now Nexium, we talked about Lipitor. Now we are talking about Nexium. Nexium is a proton pump inhibitor. What does it mean by proton pump inhibitor? See, on the inner lining of stomach, suppose this is your stomach. Okay, this is suppose your stomach. Although it is not looking like stomach, but consider it to be stomach for the time being. So the inner lining of stomach contains some proton pumps, that is acid pumps. In the inner lining of stomach there are some acid pumps. Okay, now the acid pumps can also be called as proton pumps. Why they can also be called as proton pumps? Because acids contain H positive ion and H positive ion is proton. So the proton pump inhibitor means the inner lining of the stomach has proton pumps, that is acid pumps, which releases acid to digest the fruit, digest the food. Okay, not fruit, food, which is used to digest the food. So Nexium is a proton pump inhibitor. Okay, it means that it blocks the action of proton pump, that is acid pump of the inner lining of stomach. Okay, so proton pump or acid pump of inner lining of stomach is blocked by Nexium. That is what is the meaning of Nexium is a proton pump inhibitor. Okay, and it works to reduce peptic and duodenal ulcers. Okay, its work is to reduce peptic and duodenal ulcer. Again, this is also a disease which is not caused by some germs or bacteria or virus. It is caused by human body's own failings. It is also being caused by human body's own failings. Okay, so peptic and duodenal ulcers. Peptic, what does it mean by the adjective peptic? Peptic is the adjective that means something related to stomach. Peptic means something related to stomach. And what does it mean by duodenal? Duodenal is something related to initial part of small intestine. Okay, initial starting part. Okay, after stomach, small intestine is connected to the stomach. So just after stomach, next the food next goes into small intestine. After stomach, the food next goes into small intestine. Okay, so the initial portion of small intestine just after stomach. Okay, the initial portion of small intestine just after stomach, just after the stomach ends and the small intestine starts. So the initial part of that small intestine, that is called as duodenal. Okay, so duodenal ulcer, that is the initial part of small intestine. Okay, so this Nexium is a proton pump inhibitor, which means that it works to reduce peptic and duodenal ulcers. It helps to cure peptic and duodenal ulcer, and it also helps to prevent peptic and duodenal ulcers. Okay, that is the role of Nexium. Okay, it works to reduce the peptic and duodenal ulcers. What is duodenum? I told you. What is peptic? I told you. Peptic means something related to stomach, and duodenal means something related to initial part of small intestine just after stomach. Okay. Cells of Glivec. Okay. So cells of Glivec, which was developed by Novartis and introduced in 2001. So it was developed by the company Novartis. Okay, developed by the company Novartis, and it was introduced in the year 2001. So this Glivec is relatively a modern medicine, a new medicine relatively. Okay, Glivec is a new medicine relatively. So cells of Glivec, which was developed by Novartis and was introduced in 2001, their cells are far smaller. But to those suffering from certain cancers such as leukemia, it can be a lifesaver. The cells of this medicine Glivec are less as compared to Lipitor and Nexium. Glivec's cells are very less. Okay, as compared to Lipitor and Nexium, Glivec's cells are very less. But the people who are suffering from certain type of cancers such as leukemia, okay, so the people who are suffering from certain type of cancer such as leukemia, for them Glivec is a lifesaver. Okay, for them Glivec or Glivec, both type of pronunciation and both type of spelling are okay. Glivec spelling is also okay and pronunciation is also okay, and Glivec spelling is also okay and pronunciation is also okay. Okay, so Glivec is a lifesaver for patients of leukemia and certain type of cancer such as leukemia. Okay, so this is the thing. Now this is the structure of Lipitor. I have already told you. This is the structure of Nexium. I have already told you. And this is the structure of Glivec or Glivec. Already told to you. Okay, so this is the thing. Now one end screen will appear over here. Click on that end screen and watch other videos of this YouTube channel. Thank you very much.